If you want to do any serious traveling, the big disadvantage of having a small gas tank on a Honda Navi can be overcome by getting a Kemi Moto. So this is the Kemi Moto saddlebags, and I'm running into a problem here. This is the hook that comes with it that hooks onto this part of the bag at the front here. Now, because the Navi has a rear foot peg that has a loop on it, I wanted to have it tightened up so that it would pull the saddlebag out a little bit and keep it really, really tight. So what I had to do here on this one here, as you can see, it just hooks through this clip, comes back through, goes over the top here and out the bottom, but this part right here, you need to take a razor blade and cut that off so that you end up with a thinner piece that you can pull all the way back out through this buckle. And then you just loop it through. So I just ran it from the center here, through this foot peg loop here, up to the clip, down from the clip, up from the bottom over the top and down there, and you can just tighten this up. I can get a little bit tighter than that, but that's pretty tight. That will hold it out a little bit. And what I did, as you notice, I don't have the straps going over top of the seat. I think that looks pretty crappy. So there are helmet hooks under here. I just bent those out a little bit, velcroed the two straps here together, ran it through those helmet holder hooks, and I left a little bit more length on the front one here so I could push it back, because there's plastic pieces that stick down into the tool compartment area, and if the strap is across there, it's not going to fit down flush. So now it's a little more secure because I don't have it over top of the seat where it can be taken off. It's under the seat, locked away. And so that's the first one done. I'm going to do the other one and finish hooking it up. So for the rear strap, as you can see, I've just run it straight across below the light. And so I had to completely cut this one apart. Don't need that part. And so essentially I just have one of these clips here, the original one. I ran the lead right through onto this one here. So as you can see, I used these two clips and this original one that was in there, and all I did was loop this belt here through these two loops so they can slide back and forth, and this one here, and then just hook it through this thing here. So that way I've got one piece. This goes behind the strut on the tail light, and this one goes in front of it, so it's a nice tight fit. And so here's the finished product. Very nice fit, not obvious. I put the paper towel there, otherwise you wouldn't be able to see the strap. But yeah, you're going to have to modify the straps if you want a nice tight fit on the Honda Navi, because the Kemi Moto ones are generic for fitting all kinds of bikes, and if you want a really good looking setup, this is what you got to do. The Honda Navi, it's a lot of fun to ride. And as you can see, it's been updated with some Kemi Moto bags, and really need this for some extra carrying room for camping and stuff. And as you can see, I've got a full jug of gas, fits completely into here. So better to sit it like that. So the cap is facing upwards. And then that just flops down there. And I tightened up these straps a little bit more to pull it forward so that it's off the tail lights, the license, or the turn signal lights. And yeah, it's awesome the amount of room that you have inside here. This one's empty. I got a plastic bag put around the gas jug to keep it from stinking up the panniers. I'm planning on doing some camping, and so now, because the Navi has a very small gas tank, now I have an extra gallon of gas, so I can essentially double the range. And yeah, it actually is nice. This comes out just about as far as the muffler, so we're good there. And right now I'm at 2043, and of course this is my cell phone charger, cell phone mount, and I need a clock, so I don't have to keep stopping and taking my gloves off to find out what time it is. It's awesome. Nice ride today. I'm on an 80-kilometer-an-hour stretch of street here, backcountry road, and yeah, we're at 292 and 264 north of Calgary, and that over there is Airdrie in the background. Zoom all the way in there. That is Airdrie over there. It's awesome. So I'm gonna go turn down this paved road here. Navis don't like gravel roads. They're pretty rough on the suspension and the small wheels, so I try to stay off gravel roads unless I'm going really slow. And now it's time to get underway. So this was my first attempt at getting a larger tank on the Navi by adding a 2.5 liter tank on the back of the grab bar, and looks very nice. Unfortunately, the mount that came with that gas tank was notorious for allowing the gas jug to fall off full of gas, and even strapping it down didn't resolve the problem, so I had to give up with that. Plus there are other complications. If you connect up a fuel hose and run it down onto the carburetor and you have any leak anywhere in the fuel system on the fuel line, you're going to be leaking gas or allowing air to get into the system, which is going to cause problems. And it adds a lot of complexity, because with the fuel tank being higher than the main tank, as soon as you connect it up, it's going to attempt to overflow the front tank unless you put a safety valve in to stop it. So these are some original photos from the bike in the dealership, and as you can see, it was multicolored. As a demo, it had bits and pieces of different colors on it, and I got a red plastic kit with it, so that's why it looks different now.